like her music anyway. And then in her, I don't know, she kind of bugs me, but I don't like, not enough to get angry about it, I guess. I don't know.
I just
we can all be angry about Jenna, though.
Oh,
like,
God,
1000%.
yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
She's
the
a
worst.
nightmare of a person.
And Allie
Yes.
says no one can be sunshine and rainbows all the freaking time, which, like, is so, like, 100%.
But then we're with Mia and Peter, and Peter's all, like, mopey because he didn't get into the music program. And he's like, Mia, I've tasted fame or whatever. Being regular sucks. And it's like, shut the fuck up,
so
Peter.
It was such a good Peter impression.
I've
People
tasted
have
fame
tweeted
or
about
whatever.
my Peter voice.
I love it. It's so good.
It's a good Peter voice.
Oh, he's terrible.
He's the living worst.
Also, is it just me or does he look older now? Like,
He
I feel
does.
like he has a more
all
defined
looks
jaw. I don't know.
Oh, man.
And then
He calls himself a rock star so much.
No.
that fucking movie went to his goddamn head.
It went straight to video. That's what it was. No offense, Jason Mewes.
Musical High was not going anywhere.
No.
But then Mia, and he's like, oh, can you get a babysitter for tonight? And Mia's like, or can your mom watch Bella tonight? And she's like, oh, she already is. I have a meeting with somebody for a model thing. And he's like, oh, but I want to hang out with you. Like, what about your priorities? Blah. And I'm like, fucking, this is her job. This should be her priority, you goddamn idiot.
Well, he says, I thought this was just like your job for while you're still young and hot. To which
Oh,
I say,
God.
Mia, punch him in the face. Punch him right in
This
his
was
stupid face.
This was the one time during the episode that I thought Peter had a slight point. Mostly because Mia has bothered me since day one. I know that like a lot of people like her, but I think she's like, I don't know, so full of herself and also just so, I don't, like, I feel like she doesn't understand how like the world works, but like pretends she does.
No.
Oh, for
But-
sure.
Like 2 episodes ago, she was going to quit modeling, or she was going to just model like on the weekends and holidays.
Yeah.
And then, what happened to that? Like this episode, she's like,
I
I'm
don't
gonna go to
remember her.
Paris.
I don't remember them talking about her going to Paris at all. Was that established?
Right.
Well, she got
I
hired
feel like
on
that would've been
Vampire
a thing.
Diaries, so that changed.
I know, but I mean,
Yep.
before that, like when she's like, I'm back from Paris at the beginning of this episode. Like, I guess because it was the holidays, she was able to go to Paris or something. I don't know.
Oh, that makes sense. That actually,
Yeah.
that checks out. Okay,
And
cool.
but I guess that like renewed her love of modeling, even though 2 episodes ago she was like, I'm gonna step back a little bit. But they had to
exactly.
come up with something because she's moving to the CW, like all of Peter's girlfriends.
And then
So
she
funny.
like storms off.
Because he was rude.
Because he was being a dick. I mean, he's not wrong, but also he's being a dick.
But he's a dick for being like, I
Oh,
thought this
always.
was just for when you were gonna be hot or something. I don't know.
She's gonna be hot forever, Peter. Calm down.
Exactly.
She's never gonna stop being hot.
No.
Ridiculous.
She's Nina Dobrev.
And then Declan like sits down next to him and
And he
is
won't
being
stop
all
calling him
gross.
sir. It's very annoying.
It's really
I
weird.
don't
It
care
is.
for that.
Oh, and I think when Declan met Peter and Mia, he was like, "Oh, my mom works in like the fashion magazine industry or in the biz, or she knows people who works at magazines or something. I don't know." His mom is connected in some way to Mia's world. So then, now that Peter knows he's in trouble, he's trying to worm his way into Declan's party that his parents are throwing at their house tonight.
Yeah, and
I
he
guess.
succeeds.
Which is
And Declan
cured.
Yeah.
just like has the info for the party on a piece of paper already written down in his pocket.
I
Although
didn't notice
that kind of doesn't surprise me. He's prepared.
He's always prepared.
I bet you he has
Humor.
like a stack of cards that he could, if he meets a girl, he's like, "Come to this party tonight." It's like how John Wayne had a stack of cards that already had his signature on them. So when he met fans on the street, he'd just hand them out.
Such a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh man, John Wayne.
The amount of John Wayne facts I have in my brain.
I actually didn't know that
That's
one.
the
I
only
have
one.
a lot of John Wayne
Oh,
facts
really?
in my brain. That one I did not know.
That's surprising because I
I
think
have
we
none.
featured photos of his cards.
We
Maybe that
definitely-
was after.
It might have
you
been
were
after
here.
me, yeah.
All right.
I used to work on a John Wayne magazine with Holland.
I still work on John. We're
What?
working on number 20 right now.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
There are John Wayne magazines.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
They're all the
That's
same.
amazing.
I was the photo editor for like 6 of them. Just so many.
I think I started when we were on like 5, and now we're on 20. Yeah. It's terrible.
Are these issues? Are these separate issues?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or separate magazines entirely?
Separate magazines, yeah.
Separate issues of the same John Wayne magazine.
Okay.
Although we did also do a separate Newsweek John Wayne magazine.
And we also do books. Yep.
This is amazing. Do you guys like work for the John Wayne estate?
Yeah, we work with John Wayne Enterprises.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
His son
Ethan
like so writes the intros to all of I used air quotes with that. Writes the intros to all of the magazines and books.
I used to work on them. I do not anymore. I have a different job now. But once upon a time,
I'm still there.
Once upon a time,
I need to hear all about this. But first, we'll talk about Degrassi, and then we can talk about John Wayne, unless it's again relevant. So
exactly, I somehow managed to work a John Wayne fact into this episode. Anyway, then we are with. I don't know. My next note is God, Allie is so threatened by Jenna, and I don't remember what happened. Oh, we're in science class, and Claire's, like, sitting at a table by herself, and Allie walks in and, like, sits at a different table, and she's like, and Claire's like, what are you doing? And she's like, well, you and Jenna are such good friends now, and then Jenna sits with Claire, and it's like, Allie, okay.
And she calls her Claire Bear, which makes me want to punch myself in the face.
Yeah.
She does forever, and it's so bad.
I hate it.
So bad.
I do not care for Claire Bear. Nope. That is not good.
Nope. But then Pia, I almost said their weird couple name.
No.
Peter. No, let's just go with it. Pia forever.
I mean, I think Pia is better than Meter.
I kind of like Meter.
I agree.
I kind of like Meter.
I feel like it's Pia, though, in the fandom, right? I don't know. People tweet at us and tell me.
Yeah.
But Peter comes home, and Mia is in his apartment. And she's like, hey, and he's like, oh, I thought you had a meeting. And she's like, it was actually a phone call, but I have really good news. I'm now the fresh face of something. I can't remember what she said. And it's like a $250,000 modeling contract.
She says it so weird.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yeah.
She says, like, Peter, this contract is worth $250,000. Which is a really scary expression when she says it. I'm like, okay.
That might be how much her Vampire Diaries contract was, and that was genuine Nina Dobrev enthusiasm.
You're like, I'm getting off this show from the CW. And then
I'm not getting paid in Tic Tacs anymore.
Yes. And she was like, but you can't be mad. And he's like, why would I be mad? And she's like, well, the job is in Paris. I have to move to Paris. And I was like, and she gets to move to Paris? This is the dream. And he's like, and she's like, but I really want to make things work long distance. I know we can do it. And he's like,
why?
Okay.
Oh.
It's like, why would
Mia, cut ties, bail,
But
leave.
If there's one thing we know about Mia is that she is fucking stage 5 clinger. She will cling to the boy that she likes forever until they say no. Even though, like, she even broke up with Peter last season for 5 seconds, and like somehow he wormed his way back in. Because he thought she was gonna get shot when that was never even a possibility. That whole like reunion of this relationship was so weird. It didn't make any sense. Anyway, then I guess the next day at school, Allie brings Claire a burrito to like patch things up.
Yeah,
which was cute.
I like them as friends.
I love
friends who bring burritos.
Yes.
But also I'm like, okay, but Allie is super in the right for being suspicious of Jenna. She's really shady.
Yeah, she's sketchy as hell.
And then we see, so then Mia is at school.
Oh, no, wait, no, but Claire has a good line because Allie's like, I don't trust her. And she's like, right to. And then Claire goes, yeah, I'm sure she's totally into Satan. Which I thought was a good line.
She might be.
She could be.
Oh my God, I would like
that's where Claire goes because she's so kind of like Catholic schoolgirl in her heart.
Yeah. But you know what? I would like Jenna so much more if she was a Satanist. Like if Jenna was like a secret Satanist and was like, sacrificing goats in her basement, I'd be like, fuck, Jenna, yes, girl, do it. Live your life.
That song is the work of the devil. Like, her song. I cannot
Truly.
It super is.
But then we see Mia, like, talking to Mr. Simpson, and he's recommended a tutor for her while she's in Paris, and he's like super proud of her, and he's like, this is really the right move for you, I'm really proud of you. I'm like, I love him supportive. So much.
You know, Snake is the only open-minded fucking person on this show who's like, Mia, you don't have to be in school, you can go model if that's what you want to do, just like keep studying on the side.
That's what confused me, because like, literally, like, 3 episodes ago, everyone at Degrassi was like, you're making the biggest mistake of your life. We're not going to be supportive of this. You can't quit school. And now everyone's like, yeah, here's a box of your stuff, and good luck. And bye. Like, no one cares.
Because she's leaving them.
Right, exactly. She's gone for good.
But Peter's, like, giving her all of the shit. I can't remember what he's saying, but they're, like, sitting down, and, oh, no, he brings her a box of her shit, and she's like, are you breaking up with me? He's like, you're moving away, like, this isn't practical, like, I think it already has happened to me, I know how this goes.
Everyone leaves. This is the most, like, Peter has ever made sense. This is
I know,
the best
like,
choice
this
he's
is
ever
very
made.
logical, and then she's like, what? Don't do this, like, we can make it work, and he's like, all right, well, then maybe I can move to Paris with you, and it's, like, back to, like, we're just swinging at the other end of the extreme, and it's like, all right. And I'm like, what the fuck is he going to do in Paris? He probably doesn't even speak French. What is he going to do? Mooch off of her and just live in their apartment? I don't know.
Yes, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Can he live with her? Because her mom's going to live with her, and Izzy's going to live with her, and he's just some dude who's 16. Like, is he going to live with his girlfriend at 16? Is the mom going to be okay with it?
I feel like they're seniors, but it's still like... No.
Also, we've seen this happen before. Sean and Ellie weirdly lived together, and her mom weirdly supported it.
Well, her mom was in no place to be able to take care of Ellie either.
Yeah, I don't think the mom noticed that Ellie left at a certain point. She's like, oh, right, I should go get my daughter back.
And then... I don't know. My next note is about Casey's weird jacket. So we're in the hallway.
Oh, yeah, we're in the hallway, and he's talking to Allie, and Allie's like, Claire hasn't texted me back all day. And he's like, yeah, me neither. Oh, wait, she just texted me to wish me luck with my probation officer. Not like I have a probation officer, whatever, Casey. Bye.
So funny. That was Casey's, like, best line of the entire episode.
Of his entire life.
And then I think we're with Claire and Jenna, and Claire's inviting Jenna to their, like, sleepover. And Jenna's like, oh, Allie won't mind, right? And Claire's like, oh, no, she's not the jealous type. And I'm like, Allie is 100% the jealous type. Do you even know who you're talking about?
That's exactly what I wrote down. Allie is so the jealous type.
She is the quintessential jealous type. Like, if you think of, like, a jealous person, it's just Allie.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, this is a recipe for disaster. But then we're at, like, the fancy party at Declan's house, and we're seeing all of the fashion that's happening.
So much fashion.
And then Mia and Peter start talking to Declan and Fiona, and Declan is being the most condescending person in existence.
He's like a really bad person.
He's terrible.
I used to like him, and I still like him as a character, but I didn't realize, like, what a dick he was.
He's just an outright dick.
Like, he's such a troll. Yes, he's such a troll.
He is a troll. And, as soon as they come up, he's like, Peter's like, oh, I think someone offers Peter an oyster. And he's like, oh, I don't know what that is. That looks gross. And then Declan's like, oh, you've never had a raw oyster before? You're so parochial. Blah, blah, blah. And Peter's like, I don't know what that means. And he's like, oh, you don't know what that means? It means you have no class.
Oh, of course you don't, Peter. Does he say that it looks like a loogie or something?
Yeah, it looks like a
oh
loogie.
No, Peter. You're not helping yourself.
But it reminded me of that episode from Friends. It's like
with
Alec Baldwin.
Mm-hmm. It's like, just try one. Just try an oyster. And then she tries one or whatever, and he's like, oh no, it looks gross.
Yeah,
Too close for me to try.
And then I think, or doesn't she throw it somewhere? And
and Phoebe throws it. That's what
and
happens.
Then it lands on somebody, and then Joey is like, it looks like someone has a booger stuck to them or something.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
So good.
And then Mia's like, well, I just say he's down to earth, and he's trying to spin it into a good thing. And then Peter's like, yeah, this party's kind of lame. Like, this music's kind of boring. Like, if only I had my axe here. He keeps calling his guitar his axe, and I hate it.
He's the worst kind of person to do that, too.
And then
for sure. And he's, like, talking about how, like, this party has nothing